welcome everyone to the 19th annual Sharon Nationals. How do you like this weather we got tonight, huh? You sound a little wound up a little bit. I hope you are, because we got a lot, I mean a lot, of racing to go tonight. We're going to try to kick things off the right way. We've got so many people coming in, they want dash here, dash there, and we're trying to dash their hopes a little bit. We do have an Elkie dash that's coming your way this evening, and we got another dash sponsored by CarMate. He wants to put the CarMate cars into a dash tonight, so a couple of winner-take-all deals, some certificates for the drivers. One thing I would like to make mention to you fans that are here early, those of you that are camping, tomorrow between 4:30 and 5:30, right here behind the flag stand, we'll have some tables set up. We've got right now about 22 drivers lined up to come over and sign an autograph in 15-minute intervals, starting at 4:30. So be prepared. Make sure you got your driver's shirt that you want, your Sharon National shirt. They'll be ready to autograph them tomorrow. Don't worry about pens. We've got them taken care of too. Right now we're waiting for Joey Saldana to come over here trackside. And D, hang on just a second. Let me get this taken care of. Hey, see if you can get him to get started. Hey, C&B Video's up there. The All-Star guys are taking all the tapes. There's all kinds of shirts out here. Go visit Bridget in the T-shirt trailer. And I promised that I wouldn't sing Happy Birthday to Bert, so all we got to do is say, Happy belated birthday, Bert. On three. 1, 2, 3. Happy belated birthday, Bert. There you go. I told you I wasn't going to do it, Bridget. We're waiting for Joey Saldana to come over, our fastest qualifier tonight. We got a little trophy for him here. We still have a few minutes. If you notice in some of the advertisements due for the Sharon Nationals, we kind of screw up a little bit and put down time trials. And we should say racing to follow, but we say racing at 8 o'clock. And believe it or not, we've had people in the past get downright mad because we started a couple of minutes before 8 o'clock because they were sitting lounging in their camper and they missed some heat races. Shame on you. You should have been here. Joey, right here. Joe, right through here. Right through the center. Right through the center here, there's an opening. Hey, have him make sure them cars are shut off. Kicked off here this evening. Sometimes you don't get to meet him. He's going to be over here for the autograph session tomorrow. Tonight's fastest qualifier to kick off the 19th annual Sharon Nationals, Mr. Joey Saldana. There you go, Joe. There's one for the mantelpiece. Congratulations. Hopefully you're going to have some good luck here at the Sharon Nationals.
Yeah, we got the motor in we ran the Knoxville Nationals with, and it runs really good. And we were trying something different last night, and it didn't qualify good, but for some reason we couldn't race it. Something was wrong inside the motor. So hopefully this motor stay together and we can run 30 laps with these guys.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got a large contingent of cars here tonight. It's going to make it even tougher with all the heat races, 5 heat races.
Yeah, I know it's good for the fans, but the All-Stars, every time we race a race with over 50 cars, they change their format. So it's going to be good for the fans, tough for the drivers, but hopefully we get her in the show and put a good showing in for Steve Mock's Trucking.
Well, again, we'll let you get back over to get the car ready for tonight's heat races. Again, congratulations on the fastest qualifier.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Joey Saldana. Frankie, you up there? On my volume, on the mixer, turn it up just a little bit. Jim Reese from the VARC Vintage Auto Racing Cars is with us. He's going to take the parade lap. And that 64 deal right behind him, Jeep Messersmith, a former employee here at Sharon Speedway, passed on. He's known for the big flag and everything out there in the Nationals in the campground. So I'd ask you to please stand for just a moment of silence in memory of Jeep Messersmith, our long-lost brother here at Sharon Speedway, and remain standing for our national anthem, which tonight will be sung by D. Hayes. 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars prove the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watch, we're so star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, D. Hayes! Oh, that's a hell of a lot better than I did, I'll tell you. Are you pumped up over here in turn 4? You ready to see some action? How about this section right here in the middle? You ready? How about turn 1? You ready? Yeah! We're going to cut them loose. Tonight is the Russ King Memorial Race for the Modifieds. Let's enjoy ourselves, have a good time, and kick some butt. Beers for sale underneath the grandstands. That's all we needed.
Starting in the next row, the 58 of Lonnie Riggs. On the outside of him, the 86 of Rob Curtis. Next we'll go with the 71 of Randy Chronister. The 68 of Tim Ingles. Next we'll go with the 61 of Greg Davis. And the 67 of Steve Young. Next we'll go to the 41 of Andy Priest. And the 64 of the Hot Rod, Rodney Belts. All right, here we go. Green flags out. First team for the Modifieds. Taking the lead will be the 32 of Jim Racy. Right in behind him will go the 28 of Tom Winkle. Then we'll go the 58 of Lonnie Riggs. Working our way through turns 3 and 4. Jim Racy will hold on to the lead. In the 32 coming up, complete lap number 1. Second right now will go to the 28 of Winkle. 58 of Lonnie Riggs, and it'll go to 68 of Tim Ingles. Right now, the 86 of Rob Curtis getting past the 67 of Steve Young, but here comes the 64 of Rodney Belts. Belts now closing in. Your race leader continues to be the 32, Jim Racy, trying to hold off the 28 of Tom Winkle. They work their way off of 3 and 4. Lonnie Riggs continue to hold down that third spot. Tim Ingles fourth right now at a 68. Right behind that we'll go with the 67 of Steve Young and the 64 of Belts. Belts works his way around the 86 of Rob Curtis, and we'll go to 41 of Andy Priest and the 71 of Randy Chronister. All right out the field, Greg Davis in the 61. Halfway, 4 down, 4 to go. For your race leader, the 32 of Jim Racy. Now the race for second starting to tighten up between the 28 of Winkle and the 58 of Lonnie Riggs. Back to fourth spot to the 68 of Tim Ingles to the 67 of Steve Young, but here comes Rodney Belts. Belts now up into the 5th spot. 6 down, 2 to go for Jim Racy in the 32. Winkle continue to run that second spot. Riggs third, now the race for fourth between the 68 of Ingles and the 64 Rodney Belts. White flag out, 1 lap to go for Jim Racy, the 32. Rodney Belts now up into the 4th spot in the 64. 5th will go to Ingles, 6th right now, the 67 of Steve Young. Checkered flag will be waving this time off at turn 4. Picking up the heat win will be the 32 of Jim Racy. Second will go to Tom Winkle, 3rd, Lonnie Riggs. And 4th will go to Rodney Belts in the 64. Rodney Belts will come home in the 4th spot in the 64, 3rd to 58 of Lonnie Riggs, and second will go to 28 of Tom Winkle, picking up the win, the 32 of Jim Racy. And your head starter, Mike Henshaw, goes in the white flag. And the pace truck will head into the infield. Jared Hall out of Missouri on the point. First heat, all-star sprints. We're going to turn them loose in turn 4. Green flag's out. Sharon Hall will take the lead to 51. Sean Keenan in that second spot. Then we'll go to 92 of Danny Smith running third right now. Fourth to go to 17 of Saldana. Saldana working up on the 77 of Rankin. Craig Rankin will run fourth and fifth right now. Beat Joey Saldana. Saldana now get around Rankin. That's the fourth and fifth. Then we'll go to 7M of Keith Kaufman. The race leader continues to be the 51 out Jared Hall. Sean Keith second. We have 2 laps down. Your race leader is the 51 of Jared Hall. We're looking for green flag. Green flag's out. Jared Hall leading the field on a run, but here comes the 53K of Sean Keene, followed closely by the 92, Danny Smith. Right now, racing for 4th and 5th. The 17 of Saldana and a 7M of Keith Kaufman. Kaufman now working the high side, and we'll have a lead change out of turn 2. We'll go up to 53 of Sean Keene. Keene taking over the lead. Jared Hall, high, wide, and handsome over turn 3. He'll lose several spots. Danny Smith now up in that second spot. Halfway, 4 down, 4 to go. Keep an eye on this 7M of Keith Kaufman. Kaufman now looking to get around the 51 of Hall. Keene, your leader. Smith running second. Kaufman third. Then we'll go to 17 of Saldana. Fifth right now, I'll go to 77 of Craig Rankin. 6 down, 2 to go for Sean Keene. Smith continuing to run that second spot. Kaufman and Saldana. Then we'll go back to the 77 of Rankin. White flag out, 1 lap to go. Checkered flag will be in the air this time off at turn 4. Picking up the United Express line, heat number 1 will be Sean Keene in the 53. Second will go to Danny Smith. Third, Keith Kaufman. Fourth, Joey Saldana. Joey Saldana, he'll come home in a 4 spot. Third will go to 7M of Keith Kaufman. Second will go to the 92 of Danny Smith. And picking up the win, and the 53K of Sean Keene. The Chevrolet Silverado pace truck will be heading to the pits. Line over in turn 4. Green flag's out. Taking the lead at 7 of Wood Schroeder. 2 Element Lynn Shooter falling out of second spot. Third right now. It will go to the 8th. Dean Jacobs holding down that third spot right now in the 8th. Right behind that will go Casey Kane in the 23. Kane now getting the pressure from the 12 with Greg Hunted out of turn 2. But your race leader, the 7 of Butch Schroeder, trying to pull away from the 2L of Ed Lynch Jr. 2 down, 6 to go. Jacobs continue to run that third spot. Now up in the 4th, we'll go to the 12 with Greg Condon. Fifth will go to Kane in the 23. Dean Jacobs on to the race in the 8th. 3 down, 5 to go for your leader, this 7 is Schroeder. This continued run second, Hawton at third. Kane now in that 4 spot. Jim Damon slowing into 50X. Halfway, 4 down, 4 to go. Right now, we'll go to Chesson in the 22. And the 17T of Ron George will run 6th. Jeff Shrub off the pace in the 2M. now making a bid for second. And this will fall back to the third spot. Caution flag will fly. Now looking to make a move on to 7 of Schroeder, but Butch Schroeder will hold on to the lead. Lynch second, third right now will go to the 12 of Hodnett. This time we'll be looking at the 2-lap signal, 6 down, 2 to go for the 7 of Butch Schroeder. Let's continue to run that second spot. Now the race for third between the 12 of Hodnett, and here comes the 22 of James Chesson. Chesson looking to get on 23K of Casey Kane. White flag out, 1 lap to go. Butch Schroeder now stretching out his lead in the Peterbilt 7. Down the back chute. Now the race for second between a 12 of Hodnett and a 2L of Edwin Jr. Checkered flag in the air, picking up the win. The 7 of Butch Schroeder. Hodnett second, Lynch third. Kane will come on fourth. Casey Kane in the 23 will come home in a 4th spot. Second, or third will go to the 2L of Edmonds Jr. Second will go to the 12 of Greg Hodnett, and picking up the win will be the 7 of Butch Schroeder. Scott Bonnell will set the pace in the 3. Brian Gobrecht on the outside of him in the 92 G. Todd Schaefer in the 88S, the 5 of Byron Reed. Starting in the 5th spot, the 1Z of Jeff Shepard. In the U2 of Paul McMahon, starting 6th. 7th, the 28 of Brian Paulus and Greg Wilson, the 63W. Dr. Bob Altmeyer in the 14, the 44 of Joe McEwen. C.W. Harshman in the 53, and the 6R of Gary Rankin. Green flag's out. Brian Gobrecht will take the lead in the 1 and 2. Byron Reed up into that second spot. Then we'll go Bonnell third. Paul McMahon now up in the 5th in the U2 and looking to go for more. Brian Gobrecht to Peter Peters in the lap number 1. Then we'll go with the 5 of Reed. Then we'll go with the 1Z of Jeff Shepard, followed by the 3 of Scott Bonnell. 5th right now will go to the U2 of Paul McMahon. Shaping up between the 92 of Gobrecht and the 5 of Byron Reed. Jeff Shepard right now holding down that 3rd spot in the 1Z. Paul McMahon now in the 4th spot, gets around the 3 of Bonnell. Scott Bonnell will fall back in the 5th. 6th right now will go with 88 of Todd Schaefer. Schaefer sounds like he might have motor problems. Right behind that will go the 28 of Brian Paulus. Halfway, 4 down, 4 to go for your race leader. Will be the 92 of Brian Gobrecht. Right behind that will go with the 5 of Byron Reed and the 1Z of Jeff Shepard. Your 4th place car is the U2 of Paul McMahon. 5th right now will go with the 88 of Schaefer. And we'll go with Paulus in the 28. Scott Bonnell way wide in the 3, gets it gathered back up. Bonnell's rolling down that backstretch. Caution flag will fly. Jeff Shepard now looking to make a move on Gobrecht on the start. Let's see what happens. Green flag's out. Gobrecht to the middle groove. Shepard to the high side off of turn 2. Jeff Shepard will take over the lead in the 1Z. White flag out, 1 lap to go for the 1Z of Jeff Shepard. Gobrecht second, then we'll go with the U2 of McMahon. McMahon now up into that spot around Gobrecht. Gobrecht back to third, but here comes a 5 of Byron Reed. Checkered flag in the air, picking up the third qualifier. Will be Jeff Shepard in the 1Z. Second to go to U2 McMahon. Then go Byron Reed. Then we'll go with the 88, taking a nasty one here. Everybody back off the fence. This is changing an engine on the Holbrook Racing 8. Also, another engine that was changed earlier. Then we go with the 21W. Of Danny Wood, PJ Chesson in the 76, and the 47 of Larson, the 63R of Barry Rubel, the 5K of Mike Kekich, the 00W Paul White, and Roger Campbell, and the ZL1. Green flags out. Chad Kemenall take the lead out of turn 2 over to 4K at Kinzer. Kelly Kinzer will fall back into that second spot. Coming around to lap number 1, your leader will be Jack Kemenall. Ellenberger in that third, but here comes PJ Chesson. Chesson now up into third. Ellenberger back to fourth, then we'll go with Frankie Kerr running fifth. 6 to go to 47 of Jared Larson. Stretching out his lead into 15. Kelly Kinzer now trying to hold on to that second spot over PJ Chesson. It is 76. And Chesson up into the wall. Wood in the 21. And the 63. Of Barry Rubel. Then we'll go to 5K of Kekich, a 00 of White, and Campbell in the ZL1. Green flags out. Chad Kemenall hold on to lead over to 4K of Kinzer. Then we'll go with the 23 of Frankie Kerr. Now the race for fourth. Jared Larson continue to hold on that fourth spot in the 47. 3 down, 5 to go. Right behind Larson, here comes the 21W, Danny Wood. Wood now up into the top four, out of put Larson back to fifth. 6 to go to Barry Rubel, into 5K at Kekich. This time out of turn 4, we're looking at a halfway. 4 down, 4 to go for the 15 of Chad Kemenall. 4K at Kinzer still holding on that second spot, but here comes the 23. Of Frankie Kerr. Kerr holding down third. Wood now fourth in the 21W. 5 down, 3 to go. Danny Wood now looking to move in that third spot around the 23S of Frankie Kerr. 6 down, 2 to go for your race leader. The 15 of Chad Kemenall. Wood now up into third spot. Kerr back to fourth. And we got a red on now for the 00W of Paul White. We have 2 laps to go to this United Specialties. Heat number 4. Danny Wood now looking to get around the 4K. Kinzer out of turn 2. The race leader will continue to be the 15 of Kemenall. Kinzer will hold down that second spot. Now the race for third between Wood and 21W and 23 as a third. flag in the air, picking up the fourth qualifier will be the 15 of Chad Kavanaugh. Second will go the 4K of Kenzer, then the 21 of Wood, and the 23S of Frankie Kerr. Frankie Kerr will come home in the fourth spot. Third will go to Danny Wood in the 21W. Second will go to the 4K of Kelly Kinzer, picking up the win, Chad Kavanaugh in the 15. And then the 22D, Lance DeWeese in the 88H. Then we'll go with Brian Carlson in the 18C, Andy McKisson in the 0, Jess Thomas in the 77T, Terry Young in the 98, and we're out with the 33 of Brent Mattis. Green flags out. Smithhill will take the lead into the first third. Holly into that second spot, then we'll go with Jacobs. Working a high side, Jim Neer now up in the third spot, Jacobs fourth. Then we go with the 88H of Lance DeWeese. Coming around complete lap number one, your race leader will be Smithhill in the 56. Holly will hold down that second spot, then we'll go to the 6 of Dean Jacobs, looking to get around Jim Neer. Neer though right back after Jacobs down the back chute. Neer will stay in that third spot, Jacobs fourth. Fifth right now will go to Duncan, 6 to 88 of Lance DeWeese, and we'll go to Young, McKisson, Thomas, and Mattis will round out the field. Three down, 5 to go to your race leader, 56 of Ralph Smithhill. Holly still giving chase in the C3. Jim Neer continuing to run that third spot, now the race for fourth. Halfway, 4 down, 4 to go for your race leader, Ralph Smithhill. Rodney Duncan now looking to get around the 00 of Jim Neer. Jacobs was falling back into the fifth spot. 5 down, 3 to go. Neer continue to run that high side. Rodney Duncan closing in now. We have a 3-car battle for second, third, and fourth between Holly and the C3. Neer in a 00 and Duncan in the 22. 6 down, 2 to go for the 56 of Smithhill. Holly continue to run out low side, that second spot. White flag out, 1 lap to go for your race leader, Ralph Smithhill in the 56. Holly now trying to hold up the 22 of Rodney Duncan. Jim Neer will fall back into the fourth. Now the race for 5th and 6th between Jacobs and DeWeese. Checkered flag in the air, picking up the final qualifier will be Ralph Smithhill. Second to Holly, third to go to Neer, fourth to Duncan. Rodney Duncan will come home in the fourth spot in the 22. Third will go to 00, Jim Neer. Second will go to C3 at Jimmy Holly, and picking up the win, the race center, Ralphie Smithhill in the 56. We're looking to go green at the line. Green flag's out. Lead into 12. Carl Murdick in that second spot in the 6. And over the 19 of Dorman, then Randy Myers trying to follow up. He's running in the 5th spot. And over the 21 of Mike Sutton are running 4th. Coming around complete lap number 1, your race leader will be the 12 of Tim Dorn. Carl Murdick continue to run that second spot. Dorman 3rd. Now the race for 4th between the 21 of Sutton and the 74 of Randy Myers. Myers right now having to hold off the 65 of Rex King. Behind King will go with the 88 of Kevin Hoffman And Jeff Hoffman in the 0-0. 3 down, 5 to go for your race leader as well with Tim Dorn. Jeff Hoffman now trying the high side of the 21 as Sutton. Sutton goes a little wide. Here comes a 0-0 Hoffman. That's for 5th and 6th. Halfway, 4 down, 4 to go for Tim Dorn in the 12th. Carl Murray continued on that second spot. Dorn in 3rd. King now into the 4th spot. 5th to go, Jeff Hoffman in the 0-0. Right behind Hoffman to go to the 21 is Sutton. Looking to high side of Carl Murdick out of turn 4. King now off in his 2nd spot, and Murdick 3rd. 4th to go to 19 of Gorman. Six down, 2 to go for your race leader. The 12 of Tim Dorn. RX King continue to hold down that 2nd spot. Now a 3-car battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Jeff Hoffman in there now in the 0-0. Looking to get around the 19 of Dorman and the 6 of Murdick. White flag out, 1 lap to go for the 12 of Tim Dorn. Tim Dorn, your leader, working his way into turn 3. Checkered flag will fall. Picking up the 2nd qualifier will be the 12 of Tim Dorn. 2nd we go to Rex King into 65. 3rd, Carl Murdick. 4th, Jeff Hoffman. And we go with Dorman and Sutton and Hoffman. Jeff Hoffman will come up in the 4th spot. Carl Murdick 3rd. 2nd we go to 65 of Rex King, and picking up the win will be the 12 of Tim Dorn. Final qualifier for the Hoosier Tire Ohio Valley Modifieds. Green flags out. Lou Blaney will take the lead into 10 in the 1st turn. Randy Snyder will hold down that 2nd spot. Bowen working the high side down that back street, looking to get around the 11 of Guy Griffin. We're in 3 and 4. Blaney will hold on to the lead for lap number 1. Guy Griffin now in that 2nd spot. In a 3-car battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Dave Murdick running in that 4th spot. 5th right now will go to 777 of Bowen in the 1S, so Randy Snyder holding down 4th. Snyder will fall back to 5th in a 1S. 6 right now will go to 707 of Jason Ingalls. Will Blaney into 10, continuing to lead. Guy Griffin holding down 2nd, Murdick 3rd, Bowen 4th in the 777. Halfway. 4 down, 4 to go for the 10 of Blaney. Guy Griffin continued running that 2nd spot right behind him, the 35 of Davey Murdick. Bowen in the 777 holding on that 4th spot right behind that, the 1S of Randy Snyder. This time out of turn 4, your leader, the 10 of Lou Blaney, will look at 6 down, 2 to go. Griffin now trying to hold off the 35 of Murdick. Dave Murdick is closed in now for that battle for 2nd and 3rd. White flag's out, 1 lap to go for the 10 of Blaney. Griffin still trying to hold off Dave Burdick to race for second. Checkered flag in the air, picking up the qualifier will be the 10, Olu Blaney. Second will go to 11 at Guy Griffin. Third, Davey Burdick. Fourth, Kevin Bowen in the 777. And we'll go to Snyder to 1S. Skip Moore. Kevin Bowen will come home in a 4th spot in the 777. Third will go to the 35 at Dave Burdick. Second will go to the 11 at Guy Griffin, and picking up the win will be the 10, Olu Blaney. Yeah, Buddy Cochran getting fired off. C.W. Harstrom will be on a pole. Buddy Cochran will be on the outside of him in the 30. Then we'll go with the 6, Gary Rankin. The 20 of Gary McCollum. Roger Campbell in the ZL1 and the 33 of Mattis. Yellow come out. All right, here we go. Looking for a better start this time. Green flag's out. C.W. Harshman will take the lead in the 53. Cochran in that second spot. Then we'll go to 20 of McCollum. Fourth right now we'll go with Gary Rankin. Right behind that we'll go with Mattis and Campbell. Coming around to lap number 1, C.W. Harshman will be your leader. Cochran second. Then we'll go with the 20 of McCollum. The Alki Dash. C.W. Harshman your leader right now. Coming around 2 down. Cochran still giving chase in the 30. White flag's out, 1 lap to go in the Alki Dash. Your leader continues to be the 53 of C.W. Harshman. Cochran second, McCollum and Rankin. Checkered flag in the air, picking up the Alki Dash win will be C.W. Harshman in the 53. Buddy Cochran second, Gary McCollum, and the 6R of Gary Rankin.
First ever winner of the sprint car coming down. This paid like $400 or $500 to win. Timmy told you who the sponsors were. We'll get him out here real quick, get a quick word with him. Each one of the drivers received a gift certificate towards a $50 towards the purchase of a right rear tire courtesy of Bill Bailey Racing Products. Also, each one of the drivers that competed in this got 20 gallons of alcohol to run tonight. So that makes it kind of interesting. Made the 6 slowest guys worth a little bit of something here this evening. We got a little fast dash coming up with a car mate a little bit later on in the program, but right now we're having a lot of trouble getting the guys wanting to run that one. And it only pays $250 to win, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet the smallest guy out here in the pit area, Mr. C.W. Harshman. Weren't you fortunate enough to draw the number 1 pill?
Yep, sure was. I owe a lot of this to the guys that helped me, though. We'd have a bad night. They're back on Monday night to help me fix the car. They've all been super. I can't say enough about them.
How about some sponsors on your car? You know, you're sitting there, you're racing every week. You've had your share of troubles, motor problems all season long.
Yeah, well, I got to thank all my sponsors. DLB Oil, I get all my fuel from them. Berry Brothers, Show Cattle, Liberty Fab in Middlefield, Harshman and Sons. Oh boy, I forget now. Brian's Automotive. Just everybody that has helped me. Gary Edwards, who's not here tonight. Every time we had a problem during the regular year, he was right there to see what I needed, if he could give me a hand or whatever.
Well, again, congratulations, CW. Cherish this one because it might take a while to get back here.
A long time.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy used to race go-karts, micro-sprints, and everything else. And I got to give him a lot of credit climbing behind the wheel of that because I wouldn't do it. All right, we'll get a couple of quick pictures here. Mom ought to be happy. Get a couple of quick shots for him, and then we'll get going with our E-Mod so we can get the rest of this program going.
Again, the front row, Jasinski and Ron Yeager leading them to the chalk line in turn number 4. Green flag is out, and we're racing for the York Triathlon Series. Trouble for the 17 machine of Jasinski. He's up against the outside retaining wall. The whole field slips by him, but he keeps it pointed in the right direction. We will stay green flag racing. The leader from starting 4th in 1 lap is Jay Watson. Jeff Taylor in the 3 and Bob McCann side by side for the 2nd position. Taylor, a regular on the Triathlon Series. McCann, a regular here at the Sharon Speedway, fighting it out in the York Triathlon Series competition. Watson continues to lead. McCann now in 2nd. Taylor back to 3rd. And in the 4th spot, the 54 machine of Jeff Sharp. McCann already challenging for the lead. The Sunoco number 94 of veteran Bob McCann looking to the inside of Jay Watson. He'll tuck back in down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Again, he's mounting a challenge to the low side by side for the lead. 4 cars battling up front. Bob McCann takes over the top spot. McCann, always a strong runner in the Triathlon Series. He has never won a York-sanctioned event. Here it is home turf tonight. He looks to change that as he takes out to now a big lead over Watson in 2nd. Taylor still holds on to 3rd in the 3 car. We've got a problem at turn 2. Turn number 2, it's the 7T7 of Tom Congdon stopped along the inside guardrail. Caution flag will wave. This start and can take him around one more time with Bob McCann, the leader in car number 94. Jeff Sharp and one of 3 Coy Brothers trucking cars rides in the 2nd spot. Well, that's part of the problem. He's riding in the 3rd spot, and Jay Watson in the 7X is motioned up into the 2nd position. One flag racing here on the front straight. McCann on the hammer, and we're underway. McCann leads Watson, Taylor, and Sharp. Carl McKinney in the 6M is up to the 5th spot. Jeff Taylor makes a bid for 2nd. Taylor to the inside of Watson. Jeff Taylor has a Triathlon Series win this season at the Challenger Raceway on his home track. He's looking to gain ground on points leader Bobby Powell, and he picks up 2nd. Jeff Taylor has been a feature winner at the Bedford Speedway, a big half mile just like here at Sharon, and he's riding 2nd to track champion Bob McCann in the 94. 3rd position is a battle between Jay Watson in the 7X and the outside the 54 Sharp. Jeff Sharp has to back out of it and relinquishes 3rd now to Watson all by himself. Remember, 4 cars will transfer, so Sharp now on the bubble. The 6M of Carl McKinney and the 2M of Herm Myers battling for the 5th position, but the top 4 will transfer. This time around, McCann sees the signal that indicates 2 laps to go. McCann has won heat races in the Triathlon Series before, and winning a heat will ensure that he moves into the Coy Brothers Trucking Dash to fight for one of the top 4 feature starting positions. McCann with a healthy lead over first-time visitor Jeff Taylor in the 2nd spot. This time around, the white flag is waving. McCann, Taylor, Sharp, Watson, and McKinney, the top 5. And as the Stahl Plumbing and Heating Modifieds make their way toward the finish line, it will be Bob McCann taking car number 94 to the Coy Brothers Trucking Dash. Jeff Taylor comes home in 2nd, Jeff Sharp in 3rd, Jay Watson in 4th, the 4 cars to transfer to tonight's A-Main feature event. Once again, the 7X of Jay Watson, the 54 of Jeff Sharp, the 3 of Jeff Taylor, and the 94 of Bob McCann, the heat race winner. Dellinger, the series all-time leading winner in car number 19. Then the 66 of Chuck Shell, the 50 of Jim Burgess in the top 10 in series points as the green flag waves. 36 is Dave Clausen, 53 Jim White Jr., 89 Junior Meckling, and the 14 is Scott Stifler from Girard. As we're underway, 8 laps the distance, the second York Triathlon Series heat race sponsored by Crone Mechanical Service of Monroeville. Chuck Kennedy, the defending series champion in car number 81, bids on the lead. Steve Hefty in the 73, holding him off. Alan Dellinger, the multi-feature winner here at Sharon Speedway and the most recent winner on the Triathlon Series Tour. Last week at the Thunder Valley Raceway, Dellinger picked up a 40-lap victory, and he's already challenging for the second spot. He's side by side with Kennedy in turn number 4. Kennedy holds him off one more time. Steve Hefty continues to lead in car number 73. Tooth and nail fight for the second spot. The Austin's A1 of Chuck Kennedy, who's the 1999 Challenger Raceway champion, alongside Alan Dellinger, the 19 from Niles, Ohio, a.k.a. Jim Dandy Jr. One of the strongest modifieds here at Sharon on a weekly basis takes over the second spot. Dellinger now bidding for the lead. He's outside of Hefty in car number 19, and he takes over the top spot. Alan Dellinger has won a feature at every York Triathlon Series racetrack, and he has just taken the lead in Crone Mechanical Heat Race number 2 as they approach the halfway point. 4 down, 4 to go. Dellinger, Hefty, Kennedy, and Russ Dunn, the top 4. Scott Stifler in car number 14 started scratch and has moved up to 5th. He's got a lot of ground to make up on 4th running Russ Dunn if he wants to transfer, but passing several cars in that 14 machine is Scott Stifler. Set to complete lap number 6. 2 laps to go is the signal from starter Mike Henshaw. Alan Dellinger opening up to about a half straightaway lead over Steve Hefty in the 73. Defending series champ Chuck Kennedy in the A1. And defending Troy Brothers Dash points champion Russ Dunn in car 47. Stifler still rides in the 5th position. White flag waving for Dellinger. Last weekend in York Series competition, Dellinger made it 2 for 2 with his visit to Thunder Valley Raceway. He's only visited the track twice, and both times he's won the feature. For the final time through corner number 4, Alan Dellinger advances to the Coy Brothers Trucking Dash. Steve Hefty in the 73, Chuck Kennedy in the A1, and Russ Dunn in car 47 lock into tonight's 20-lap AMA. Once again, Russ Dunn in the 47, Chuck Kennedy in the A1, Steve Hefty in the 73, and heat race winner for the second Crone Mechanical Service heat race, Alan Dellinger of Holly Nelson. Holly Nelson became the first female driver to take a checkered flag in York Triathlon Series competition as the young lady drove her number 97 to a heat race win at the Challenger Raceway several weeks back. Congratulations to Holly on her heat race victory in the York Series. First time female checkered flag for Holly Nelson. She starts scratching this one. Again, the front row, Mike Hess and Bob Williams. Hess from the pole in car number 44, one of the strong competitors at Raceway 7. Green flag out. He and Williams nearly make contact on the start. Todd Roncaglione in 3rd. Chris Allen in the 28 starting from the 4th spot. Side by side for the lead. Bob Williams in the 01, the former ARCA Supercar competitor, to the outside of Mike Hess. 8 laps the distance, 4 cars will transfer. Bob Williams will lead them to the stripe the first time. Bob Williams in the 0-1, Mike Hess in the 44, Todd Ron Caglione in the 0-0R, and Chris Allen currently holding transfer positions with 2 laps completed in this third Krone Mechanical Service heat race. Williams in the 0-1 was fastest qualifier at our last event, but had all sorts of handling problems in the feature and pulled out of that event early with the 0-1 machine. Mike Hess rides in the second spot. Todd Ron Caglione, who's been on a hot streak lately, 2 wins at the Raceway 7 in recent weeks, one of them being a York Series sanctioned event. His first win on tour in the 0-0R. Hefke riding in fourth at car number 29. Halfway home, Bob Williams with a healthy margin of lead over Mike Hess. Williams, in our last series event, made it into the Coy Brothers Trucking Dash, and he hopes to do the same tonight as we have a caution flag waving over the Speedway. Hess, Todd, Ron Caglione, the top 3. Green flag waving with 4 laps to go. Bob Williams finished in the top 10 in York Series points back in 1996. Since then, he has not been a regular competitor with us, but is again beginning to follow the trail as he ventured to Central Pennsylvania last week for our event. The 0-1 machine hooked up here at his home track of the Sharon Speedway ahead of Mike Hess, Todd Ron Caglione, and then a 2-car battle for the final transfer spot. Former York Series feature winner in the 55, Jeff Rudrick from Columbiana, Ohio, battles to the outside of Hefke. Todd Ron Caglione is briefly off the pace. Something is amiss on the 0-0R. He had to lift off the gas through the corner. Todd has been on a hot streak lately, but he just lost 3 positions in 1 corner. 2 laps to go, and Todd Ron Caglione finds himself out of a transfer position. Top 4 in the order now: Williams, Hess, Hefke, and the 55 of Rudrick. White flag is what Bob Williams sees this time past the start-finish line. Todd Ron Caglione now several car lengths from being able to garner a transfer spot. And Holly Nelson in the 97 will battle the 0-0R. It looks like a low right rear tire for Ron Caglione. Heat race winner will be Bob Williams in the 0-1. He heads to the Coy Brothers Trucking Dash. Mike Hess, Jeff Hefke, and Jeff Rudrick lock in positions for the Coy Brothers 20, our A-main event coming up later on tonight. So the 4 cars to transfer: Jeff Rudrick in the Coy Brothers 55, Jeff Hefke in the 29, Mike Hess in the 44, and the 0-1 of Bob Williams. Fourth and final Krone Mechanical Service heat race finds Rick Prosser and Kerry Petrosky on the point with the green flag waving. Current series points leader Bobby Powell drives the B20 machine. He's from Titusville, Pennsylvania. He's currently 2nd on the racetrack. Powell, a modified rookie who won his first series event at the Little Valley Speedway in Little Valley, New York earlier this season, drives that Rob Blair Motorsports B20 machine, chasing Rick Prosser on lap 1. Kerry Petrosky in the OK machine, another female competitor who's a regular on the Triathlon Series, holding down 3rd. Then it's late model and modified driver Dale Fuller in car number 75 in the 4th and final transfer position with 1 lap completed. Prosser, Powell, Petrosky, and Fuller, the top 4. 2 more of the series regular competitors who are very tough modified drivers are mired back in the field. That's the 0-R of Ron Caglione and New York's Junior Green in car 75. Watch them move up through the field as they are fighting for Triathlon Series points. Bobby Powell in the B20 is pushing out in turn number 1. That allows Rick Prosser in the A1 to get away from him a little bit. Kerry Petrosky holds down the 3rd position. Then it's Dale Fuller in 75. Halfway through the 4th and final Krone Mechanical Service heat race. Rick Prosser from Geneva, Ohio, making only Watson, as he is a regular competitor at Raceway 7 and here at Sharon. Prosser keeps it tight to the inside and maintains advantage over the series points leader Bobby Powell. Kerry Petrosky in third, and now a battle for fourth. The two-car of Bill Watson has moved around Dale Thorne, has locked into a transfer spot if he can maintain that position, but he's not going to maintain it. He's going to battle for third. Kerry Petrosky, the OK, now in jeopardy of being the bubble car as Bill Watson is the man on the move in the two. Prosser, your leader, Bobby Powell in second. Now in third, Bill Watson. Watson started deep in this field and has got himself a transfer position, riding third. Fourth, and currently on the bubble, it's the OK of Kerry Petrosky holding off Dale Fuller and then Jeff Johnson in car 27. All three of those cars fighting for a final transfer spot here on the white flag lap. Fuller climbs up the top of Petrosky's car in turn one. Modifieds taking evasive action. Right at the end of the front straightaway, Dale Fuller, number 2, now riding fourth, Jeff Johnson of Mineral Ridge in car number 27 as they head for the green and white flag. Prosser jumps on the hammer. Bill Watson now able to get a bumper in to briefly challenge Bobby Powell. Again, Jeff Johnson, now the bubble car in fourth. After that mishap, took out third and fourth, running Fuller and Petrosky. And with the checkered flag in the air, it will be Rick Prosser winning his first York Series heat event. Bobby Powell in second, Bill Watson in third, and Jeff Johnson completing the top four. Jeff Johnson, the fourth and final transfer. Bill Watson in the 2, Bobby Powell in the 20, and Rick Prosser in the A1 heads for the Coy Brothers Trucking Dash for his first dash start.
44 McEwen, the 98 of Young. Then we'll go with Roger Campbell in the ZL1. To the marketing and promotions, C Main. Green flags out. Barry Rubel will take the lead in the 63. Andy McKisson on the high side into 0, then we'll go to 9. Kevin Schaefer. Down the backstretch we go. We'll have a new race leader. It'll be the 0 of Andy McKisson. Schaefer in that second spot, then we'll go with Rubel third. Right now, we'll go with the 5K of Keckett. Right behind Keckett, we'll go to 14 of Altmaier. Altmaier now getting the pressure from the 98 of Terry Young. Your race leader, Andy McKisson, working the high side. Continue to lead this C lane. Right now, the 9 of Kevin Schaefer giving chase, holding down that second spot. But now we have a battle for the lead over in 3 and 4. Schaefer down low, McKisson on the high side, side by side at the line. Mike Pecky's now up into that third spot, fourth right now. We'll go to Rubel. Andy McKisson still holding off the hard charging 9S of Kevin Schaefer. 6 to go. Keckett continue to run third. Rubel fourth. Fifth right now, the 98 of Terry Young. The top 4 go to the A. Halfway, 5 down, 5 to go. Clear race leader with 0, Andy McKisson. Doug Keckett's coming to a stop. Caution out for the 19 of Doug Keckett. Blue green. The lights are down. Green flags out. 5 laps to go on the restart. The race leader is the 00 McKisson. Schaefer in that second spot. Third will go to the 5K at Keckett, and Keckett's now on the high side, looking to get around Schaefer off of turn 4. Fourth right now, go to his 30 at Darrell Steinling. Fifth, Jess Thomas to the 77P. 8 down, 2 to go for Andy McKisson in the 0. A 5K of Mike Keckett still working on a 9 of Schaefer. Steinling all by himself 4th. 5th will go to the 77T of Jess Thomas. White flag out, 1 to lap they go for Andy McKisson. Checkered flag in the air, picking up the Georgia Marketing Promotions C-Main. Andy McKisson in the 0. Joe Schaefer 2nd. 3rd will go to the 5K. Keckett. 4th will go to the 30 is Steinling. 5th will go to Thomas in the 77 and Allmeyer. Daryl Steinling will come home in a 4th spot in the 30. 3rd will go to the 5K of Mike Keckett. 2nd. Harry is out of the car. Andy McKisson picking up the C-Main win.
Brothers Trucking. 4 laps the distance. Battle for the pole position. Green flag is out. Bob Williams and Alan Dellinger fighting for the pole position in the Coy Brothers 20. Alan Dellinger is the only car in the starting field who currently rides in the top 5 in Coy Brothers Dash points. He is 2nd to Bobby Powell, and he has taken the lead. Rick Prosser now puts a challenge to the bottom of Bob Williams. Can't get it done, and McCann will slip to the outside of Prosser. 3rd position could be equally important. That's an inside starting spot in the A-main grid. Dellinger your leader, Williams in 2nd. Fight for 3rd is Prosser and McCann. The Coy Brothers Trucking Dash point standings, which were won last year by Russ Dunn, provides a healthy points fund of bonus money at our series banquet held in conjunction with the Pittsburgh Circle Track Club banquet each January. Coy Brothers Trucking has provided that points fund for 2 years now, and Alan Dellinger hopes to gain ground on Dash points leader Bobby Powell by winning this event with 1 to go. Bob Williams is 2nd, Rick Prosser 3rd, and Bob McCann in 4th. And in the final corner, the driver from Niles, Ohio, the series all-time leading winner, Alan Dellinger, will start from the pole. Bob Williams will start outside. Rick Prosser will start from 3rd, and Bob McCann will start from 4th in tonight's Coy Brothers Trucking 20-lap A-Main. Want to take this time again to thank York Heating and Air Conditioning for their continued support of the series, Crone Mechanical Services of Monroeville, Stahl Plumbing and Heating, our division sponsor for a couple of years running now. In the B main for the Stahl Modifieds, McKinney and Stifler hit the chalk line and we're racing. Jim Burgess from 4th to 2nd in car number 50. The veteran driver who's competed in late models, modifieds, street stocks, and just about every other car with wheels on it. Caution flag will wave now. 17 of Jasinski, 77 of Jack Andrew, and the 70T7 of Tom Congdon. Here we go with McKinney and Stifler, White and Jasinski taking the green flag. Herm Myers, the black 2M at the back of this field after punching the guardrail back there, is the only driver in the top 10 in York Series point standings starting this race, and he has got the 2M into the guardrail again. Perhaps damaged from that earlier guardrail contact, the 2M shot straight out to the outside retaining wall on the back straightaway out of turn number 2 with the chalk line. B-Main Racing for the York Series, hopefully underway this time as McKinney and Stifler bring him to the line. Track still a little wet on the top side. Charlie Jasinski gets into the loose stuff and has to back off. Jasinski all crossed up on the back straight but keeps it going. Keep your fingers crossed. We're going to get a lap in this time with Scott Stifler bringing him to the line. This time it's White that pushes out in turn 1. White gets into the wet stuff in 53, loses a couple of positions. Meckling in the 89 car gets around him for 4th. Once again, it's Jasinski in the 17 car, taking all night to negotiate turns 1 and 2, but we're still green and racing. Stifler, McKinney, Andrew, and Meckling, the top 4. White in the 53 car now battles to the outside of Meckling and gets the 4th spot back after he had problems last lap. Stifler with nearly half a straightaway lead over Carl McKinney. White in the 53 car to the outside retaining wall, spinning around in car number 53. And 4 laps to go. Ron Yeager in car number 5 will bring out a caution. We're going to try 4 more laps. Stifler again with several car lengths over McKinney, Andrew, and Meckling. The white flag is in the air for Scott Stifler. Tom Congdon belts the wall in the 77 but continues on. How about a hand for Congdon? He could have stopped and brought out a caution. He keeps the 77 moving, and it looks like we'll bring this one to a close as Scott Stifler in turn number 4 picks up the checkered flag to move into tonight's Coy Brothers Trucking E-Main. Behind him, Carl McKinney in the 6M, Junior Meckling in the 89, and Jack Andrew in the 77. That sets the starting field for the York Triathlon Series Coy Brothers Trucking 20, coming your way after the sprint car and big block modified racing.
Now we got to run the water in a little bit. So right now we just got to get the water off a little bit, then we'll go racing. 8H, James Chesson on the outside of him in the 22C, and Craig Rankin in the 77, the 8 of Dean Jacobs, Kenny Jacobs in the 6 at 22, 20 of Brian Ellenberger, 51. Sharon. Green flags out. Lead in the 88. Right behind him will go James Chesson in the 22. Right now, Kenny Jacobs in the 6 looking to get around Rankin in the 77. Rankin will fall back to 4th, then will go to the 8 at Kenny, or Dean Jacobs. Dean will fall back to 5th. Your leader in the left of the wall will be Lance Lee. Brian Carlson slowing in the 18. But your race leader, Lance Lee in the 88 Your race leader continues to be the 88. Second will go to 22 of Chesson. Third to 6 of Kenny Jacobs. Then we'll go to 77 of Greg Rankin. Fifth place right now at 28 of Brian Paulus. Now closing in on Rankin over in 3 and 4. Brian Paulus now on the high side of Greg Rankin in 1 and 2. This time we're looking at halfway. 6 down, 6 to go for Lance Luis in the 88H. James Chesson still giving chase in the 22, running second. Third will go to Kenny Jacobs in the 6th, 4th right now. Go to 28 of Brian Paulus. Tommy Burns off the pace in the 7th seed. Leader, the 88 of Lance Luis. Well, right behind him now, the 22 of James Chesson, 3 car lengths back. Third, we still have the black 6 of Kenny Jacobs. 9 down, 3 to go. Leader's not working on the 30th. Darrell Stimling over in 1 and 2. Stimling will go a lap down. 2 lap signal being shown to your leader, the 88 of Lance Luis. Chesson still giving chase, holding down that 2nd spot. Jacobs 3rd, Paulus 4th. White flag out, 1 lap to go for your race leader, the 88 of Lance Luis. Fifth spot right now is 20 of Brian Ellenberger, 6 to 77 of Rankin. Checkered flag will be waving, picking up the United Express line. D-Main will be the 88 of Lance Luis. Second will go in 22 of James Chesson, 3rd. Kenny Jacobs, 4th. Brian Paulus to 28. Coming over to 2nd spot will be the 22 of James Chesson. 3rd will go to the 6 of Kenny Jacobs. And your 4th place car will be the 28 of Brian Paulus.
Backside, getting ready to climb out. He'll be part of our autograph session tomorrow. Just happy to get in tonight's feature event. Having to do it all the way through the B main this evening. This guy's been on a heck of a tear season. He jumps in his Hearts number 87 or 88 car. Congratulations, Lance. I know this is a hard way to go to get through the B main. Well, sometimes it pays off. You get a little bit track, what the track's doing. But I'll tell you what, this water will go away. I think we're going to tear some cars up here in a little bit. It's a little moisture out there on the track. Good luck in tonight's feature. Thank you. All right, he's going to make sign some those Frisbees and set them up in there and throw them up into the grandstands. United Express Line sponsoring this B-Main event.
Talking about water going away. Huh? He's talking about water going away. I don't know where there's water at. On the top.
Of Mike Lesky is the orange machine that's out on the Speedway. Then we have the 29 of Chris Allen, 28 of Chris Allen, I should say. Main for the York Series, the OK is Kerry Petrosky, 10th in the point standings. 75 is Dale Ford. The 1L is Lance Drew and the Roncaglione brothers. 3rd and 4th in the point standings need to make tonight's show. Ron gets up into the wet stuff and backs off in the 0R, losing positions. His brother Todd is currently the leader. Todd Roncaglione leads a battle for 2nd that includes Holly Nelson in the 97, John Strickler in the 10. Strickler now side by side with Ron Caglione, almost 3 wide down the back straight. Ron Caglione to the outside of Holly Nelson. Nelson was the only female driver to take a York Series checkered flag when she won a heat race at the Challenger Raceway a couple of weeks ago. She's battling now for third as Ron and Todd Ron Caglione are up front in this York Series BB. Todd Ron Caglione leading this event with 1 series win in Little Valley, New York earlier in 1999. Behind the brother battle, it's 2 wide, John Strickler and Holly Nelson. Nelson now into third by about a car length over Strickler. Ron Caglione is the new leader in the 0R. Ron has raced in the top 5 in the York Series point standings for each of the last 3 years. Comes into tonight third in the point standings. He's never won a feature. He has won a dash or 2 along the Triathlon Series. In second is his brother with 1 series win. Then back to Holly Nelson in the 97. And the Strickler number 10 machine as we're halfway through this 10-lapper. Started scratch and has moved up to challenge Strickler for 4th. Ron Caglione now with about 10 or more car lengths of advantage out front ahead of Todd Ron Caglione, Holly Nelson, John Strickler, and Dale Ford. This time down the front straightaway, several-time Raceway 7 feature winner Ron Caglione received the signal for 2 laps to go. His brother Todd in second. Holly Nelson holds down third. She's become a regular on the York Series this season, and John Strickler is in 4th, holding off Dale Fuller. Carrie Petrosky in the OK comes into tonight 10th in the point standings. She may be eligible for a provisional as the white flag waves through Ron Caglione. Contact in turn 4 and down the front straight. Dale Fuller knocked nerve bars with the 10 of Strickler. That battle is for 4th. That's the closest battle on the racetrack, as up at the front is all the Ron Caglione brothers. And with the checkered flag waving this time down the front straight, Ron Caglione picks up the B-main victory. Todd Ron Caglione in second, Holly Nelson in third, and Strickler wins the fight for 4th. That's going to do it until feature time for the York Triathlon Series. The Coy Brother Trucking 20 will follow the modified and sprint car features.
Sickle. On the outside of him, the 6 of Carl Murdoch. Then we'll go to 58 of Lonnie Riggs and the 32 of Jim Racy. Next row, 35, Dave Murdoch. Then we'll go to 00 of Jeff Hoffman. Next, the 10 of Lou Blaney and the 777 of Kevin Boland. Then we'll go with the 12 of Tim Dorn and the 64 of Rodney Belts. Then we'll go with the 65 of Rex King and the 11 of Guy Griffin. Next we'll go with the 68 of Tim Ingalls and the 19 of Bill Dorman. Then we'll go with the 1S of Randy Snyder and the 67 of Steve Young. Next the 21, Mike Sutton, and the 17 of Skip Moore. Then we'll go with the 86 of Rob Curtis and the 88 of Kevin Hoffman. Then we'll go with the 707 of Jason Ingalls, the 41 of Andy Priest. I saw the 74 of Randy Myers loaded up. We also have the 57 of Pete Simpson, the 71 of Randy Chronister, Then we have Doug Duncan in the 00W. Chris Schiffer in the 7S. And Greg Davis in the 61. Here we go on the Russ King Memorial. Green flags out. Tom Winkle will take the lead in the 28. Right behind Winkle will go to 6 of Carl Murdoch in the 32 of Racy. Right behind Racy will go to 58 of Lonnie Riggs. Leader at the end of lap number 1 will be the 28 of Tom Winkle. Carl Murdoch will hold down that second spot. Lonnie Riggs now trying to close in on the 32 of Racy. Racy now goes a little wide. Lonnie Riggs looking to move in and out third spot to 58. Racy will fall back to 5th and we'll go to 10 of Blaney at 35 at David. Caution flag will fly. Caution out for the 00W of Doug Duncan, your leader. Green flag, it's back out. Winkle leading the field on around in the 28. Now the race for second between the 6 of Murdoch and the 58 of Lonnie Riggs. Holding on to 4th spot to 32 of Racy, 5th right now. We'll go to 10 of Blaney. Right behind that we have Jeff Hoffman in the 00. Tom Winkle stretching out his lead in the 28. Blaney now working his way to the 4th spot in the 10. Racy will fall back to 5th. Six right now will be the 00 Hoffman. Lonnie Riggs now trying to high-side around the 6 of Murdoch. Here comes the 10 of Blaney. 3-car battle for second, third, and 4th. Murdoch, Blaney, and Riggs. The 10 of Lou Blaney into the pits. Right now, we'll go to Hoffman, and we'll go Dave Burdick into 35. Guy Griffin now working the high side, and Dave Burdick over turn 2. Seven down for your race leader, the 28 of Tom Winkle. Lonnie Riggs continued on second. Carl Burdick third, Jim Racy 4th. Guy Griffin now making a 3-car battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th between Hoffman, Griffin, and Dave Burdick in the 35. Your leader working on lap traffic over in 1 and 2. Guy Griffin now trying to high side to get around the 00. Jeff Hoffman over in turn 2. Nine down, 11 to go for your race leader, the 28 of Tom Winkle. Winkle now with a clear track in front of him off of turn 4. Halfway, 10 down, 10 to go. Lonnie Riggs continue to hold on to that second spot. Jim Racy now up in the 3rd, Burdick's back to 4th. We still have that 4-car battle for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Between the 11 of Griffin, the 00 Hoffman, the 35 of Burdick. Now plenty of pressure on the 6 of Carl Murdoch. That's for 4th and 5th. Murdoch will hold 4th, Griffin 5th right now in the 11. 12 down, 8 to go. Toss the flag will fly. All right, here we go. Looking to go green. Green's out. 12 down, 8 to go. Tom Winkles went green so far. Winkle now getting the pressure from Lonnie Riggs in the 58 over in 3 and 4. Riggs trying to close in that battle for the lead. Jim Racy now knocking on the door for second in the 32. Guy Griffin fourth and go. Carl Murdoch in the 5th spot. Right behind that, the 35 of Dave Murdoch. 1 and 6. Then we'll go to 777 of Kevin Bowen. Down, 6 to go. Your race leader, 28, Bob Winkle. And a lot of smoke out of the 61. 5 laps to go. 5 laps. The 28 of Bob Winkle. Winkle again stretching out his lead over to 58 of Lonnie Riggs. Jim Racy continuing around 3rd spot, Griffin 4th. Now 3-car race. 5th, 6th, Dan 7th. Jeff Hoffman now up into the top 5. Dave Murdoch 6th, Carl Murdoch 7th. Steve Young in a pits in the 67. 17 down, 3 to go. Jeff Hoffman now again trying to get around the 6th. Here comes the 65 of Rex King. This time out of turn 4, your race leader of 28 of Winkle. Looking at the 2 lap signal, 2 to go. White flag will be in the air. 1 lap to go for the 28 of Tom Winkle. Race continuing to run that 2nd spot. Griffin 3rd, Racy 4th. 5th will go to Hoffman 6th right now. Rex King. Checkered flag will be in the air this time off at turn 4. Picking up the Russ King Memorial, Tom Winkle. Second of those, 58 of Lonnie Riggs, Guy Griffin, and Jim Racy 4th. Jim Racy will come home in the 4th spot, the 32. 3rd will go to the 11 of Guy Griffin. 2nd will go to a 58 of Lonnie Riggs. And picking up the win, the 28 of Tom Winkle.
Speedway ever before in his racing career. We'll find out as soon as he gets over here. We know he runs at Lernerville on a weekly basis. And picking up the Russ King Memorial event.
Please, Ashley Price, meet your mother at the car. Can Ashley Price meet your mother at the car?
Is this your first win here or second win here, Tom? A couple years ago?
All right, you going fast and get out of the car. You still got the helmet attached, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's Sharon Nationals 19th Annual. He's a Russ King Memorial Modified winner this evening, Mr. Tom Winkle. Fantastic jobs out front tonight. He has won a feature here a couple of years ago. Anyway, congratulations on your feature win tonight. This being a big one with Russ King Memorial and a little extra money in the till.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Rex King for having a race, and I'd like to thank my sponsors, McCormick's Trucking and CNC Auto Body. I'd like to thank Noah Smith, the owner, for backing us and making it all possible.
You're kind of shaking just a little bit. This is kind of like a little bit different out here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been probably 3 years, so it's kind of new to me.
Especially when you got all these, you had 28 cars started this feature tonight, and you know some heavy shoes were behind you. They had some problems tonight, and you didn't.
Well, it helps to start up front, on a slippery track, so I don't know. I'll take it.
Definitely, but you still had restarts and nobody got you.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
There you go. Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Soaking in the sunshine here at Sharon Speedway, Mr. Tom Winkle, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's Russ King Modified Memorial winner. We'll have a trophy presentation here by the King family in just a moment.
Okay, right here first off. You got to give it.
In Sharon Speedway.
Which one? That's not her trophy.
Together here, and now we got the right trophy.
Yeah, that's locked.
No, it's not. No.
Really?
It's unlocked. We had to lock it.
Okay, that is the Russ King Memorial Trophy being presented right now.
Scott.
Tell me they aren't the spitting image of Russ, or Rex, I should say. That's Russ and Rex there. And it looks like Vi Johnson's got an Afghan she made up for a modified winner tonight. That's her second one she's given away.
What's her name? Jenna? Jenna Jones from where you? Okay.
Jenna Jones being our trophy queen this evening. Yep, she don't want her picture taken. You better than that, Valentine. All right, we'll get this cleaned up here on the front straightaway. And again, congratulations to Tom Winkle winning the Sharon Nationals part with the Russ King Memorial.
Taking provisional tonight, his last one will be the 8 of Dean Jacobs. Next we'll go with the 28 of Brian Paulus. Working our way forward, we'll go with the 56 of Ralph Spithaler. Next we'll go with the 4K of Kelly Kinzer. Next to start, we'll go with the 7S of Butch Schroeder. Next, we'll go with the C3 of Jimmy Hawley. Next, we'll go with the 92G of Brian Gobrecht. Next, we'll go to 2L of Ed Lynch Jr. Next, we'll go to the 92S of Danny Smith. Work our way up to the 6J of Kenny Jacobs. Then we'll go with the 15K of Chad Kemanaugh. Right next to that, then we'll go with the 53 of Sean Keene. Then we'll go with the 00N of Jim Neer. Next we'll go with the 23S of Frankie Kerr. Then we'll go in the 11th spot, the 5 of Byron Reed. Now into the top 10, we'll go with the 23K of Casey Kane. 9th, the 22D of Rodney Duncan. Starting in the 8th spot, the 21W of Danny Wood. Starting 7th, the 12 of Greg Hodnett. Starting 6th, the 17S of Joey Saldana. Starting 5th, the 12 of Starting in the 7th spot is the 1Z. I couldn't read the rating. The 1Z of Jeff Shepard. Then we'll go with the 17S of Joey Saldana. 5th, we'll go with the 12 of Greg Hodnett. 4th spot, the U2 of Paul McMahon. Then in the 3rd spot, the 88H of Lance DeWeese. Starting second, the 7M of Keith Kaufman. Starting on the Butler hot seat pole position, the 22C of James Chesson. In the traditional four abreast parade lap. Your pole center will be the 22C of James Chesson. And we'll go to 7M Keith Kaufman. Starting in the third spot, the 88H of Lance DeWeese. Then we'll go to U2 of Keith Kaufman. That's your top four cars. Then we'll go to 12 of Greg Honnet, the 17S of Joey Saldana, the 1Z of Jeff Shepard, the 21W of Danny Wood. Then we'll go to 22D of Rodney Duncan. Rounding out your top 10, the 23K of Casey Kane. Here we go, folks, down at turn 4. Start giving them a big send-off there, heading your way. The All-Star Circuit of Champions. First night, Sharon Nationals. We want to thank you, folks, for coming. Here we go, they're working their way down the front chute right on into turn 1. Give them a big send-off, pick your favorite. 30 laps. Getting ready to turn them loose over in turn 4. Yeah, no go. Just a little too early on to start. Here we go, 30 laps. Green flags out. James Chesson getting up to the 22 on the 7 out. Up Keith Kaufman. Here comes the 88 of Lance DeWeese. And we got one upside down. Okay. So good news about Casey Kane. He's okay. He's on his way. There we go. We're going to go green. Green flag's out. Joey Saldana working a high side at 17 around the U2 of Paul McMahon. Everybody makes it through the first turn. Coming on around complete lap number 1. Your race leader will be the 22 of James Chesson. Thompson hold on that second spot. And we'll go Joey Saldana running third right behind that as well, but Greg Hodnett and the U2 of Paul McMahon. Shepard, right behind Shepard, will go to U2 of McMahon. But your race leader continues to be the 22C of James Chesson. Now into the third spot. Caution will fly. Caution out for the 20 of Brian Ellenberger up in turn 3. We're looking for green on the front stretch at the cone. Green flags out. James Chesson lead the field around. And we'll go with the 17 of Saldana. And here comes Joey Saldana. Saldana looking to make a move at 3 and 4. Saldana on the high side. Will take over the lead. Jessup back in that second spot. Third right now is with Greg Condon. Fourth here comes the 1 seed of Jeff Shepard. Shepard now looking to get around. Condon down a back shoot. What's your race leader is 17 of Joey Saldana. Chesson holds down that second spot. Condon third and the go is Shepard fourth. Now the race for fifth between the U2 and the U2 of McMahon.
Okay, Brian Paulus is out of the car. Okay, now they're trying to get everything righted up here and get this RIT car back up on its 4 wheels. But the good news is all the drivers involved are okay, and some of the equipment might need a little bit of adjustment here on this red flag.
Down, 25 to go. Joey Saldana bringing a field on around. Green flags out. Saldana leads Chesson on the back shoot. Here comes the 12 of Greg Condon. Condon now looking to make a bid for second around. James Chesson over at 3 and 4. Fourth spot right now, the 1C of Jeff Shepard. Right behind him, Kaufman will go to 88 of Lance Louise. 7 down to your leader, 17 of Joey Saldana. We'll go to 12 of Greg Condon now into that second spot. Gets past the 22 seed, James Chesson. Running fourth right now will go to Zemco number 1 of Jeff Shepard. Now the battle for fifth. McMahon, the 6'6" Kenny Jacob. Joey Saldana in the box 17, pulled out of the lead. Caution flag will fly. Oh, looking to go back to green, 9 down, 21 to go. Green flag's out. Joey Saldana lead them on down a back shoot into 17. Condon now on the high side, running second into 12. Third right now is going to be Jeff Shepard and Shepard now close in on. Chesson down to third 2. Now the battle for third, and Jeff Shepard up into that third spot. Fourth will go to James Chesson in the 22 seed. Fifth right now will go with the 88 of Lance Louise. Down at the 22 of Rodney Duncan. Keith Kaufman starting to fade back a little bit now in the 7M. Behind that should go to U2 of Paul McMahon. Behind McMahon the 6 of Kenny Jacob. 12 down for your race leader, the 17 of Joey Saldana. Saldana 4 away from Greg Condon, the Apple Chevrolet number 12. of Keith Kaufman. It's time out of turn 4. We're looking at halfway. 15 down, 15 to go for your leader. 17 of Joey Saldana. Saldana now putting her lap down on the 20 of Brian Ellenberger. Danny Wood in the 21. W goes in on Frankie Kern at 23S. That's for 9th and 10th. Spot right now, the 15 of Chad Kavanaugh. Saldana working traffic down the back chute. Right behind him, straightaway back now to go to 12. Greg Cotton. Cotton now closing in on the lap traffic. 18 down, 12 to go. Still have Jeff Shepard hold down that third spot. Jesse to the 22, fourth. Fifth right now, go to Rodney Duncan in the 22. Saldana in the 17, working a high groove all the way around Sharon Speedway, trying to hold off the 12 of Greg Hodnett. Down, 9 to go. Shepard continue to hold down that third spot. Chesson fourth. Fifth right now by himself at 22 of Rodney Duncan. Your leader in heavy traffic gets around Casey Kane at a 23K. Next to go will be the 8 of Dean Jacobs. 23 down, 7 to go. For Saldana in the box racing 17. Ray Cotton not giving up right now, about 6 car lengths back. We're running the 12. Then we'll go back a little bit further to the 1Z of Jeff Shepard. 24 down, 6 to go. Now we have 2 left cars between your leader. 23 at Kane and the 8 of Jacobs. Let's go settlement on our lap down. We have 5 laps to go, 5 laps for the 17 of Joey Saldana. Which Schroeder now is starting to have engine problems in the 7. Now within striking distance of your leader. Shepard continuing to run third towards the 22 of James Jessup. Fifth right now with 22 of Rodney Duncan. Now the battle for the lead in the 1 and 2. Saldana on the high side. Hodnett down low. Greg Hodnett now looking to make a bid for the lead. Saldana now into second. Third right now still goes to Zimko. Shepard car behind at the 22. Chesson. Checker flag away, picking up the first line of the Sharon Nationals. Will be the 12 of Greg Hodnett. Second we go to 17 of Joey Saldana. Third, Jeff Shepard. Fourth, James Chesson. Fifth to go to Rodney Duncan. fifth place car will be the 22 of Rodney Duncan. Fourth place will be the 22 of James Chesson. Third, we'll go to the 1 of Jeff Shepard. Second, the 17 of Joey Saldana. And picking up the win out of Memphis, Tennessee, the Apple Chevrolet, the 12 of Greg Hodnett.
For the Internationals, time for a repeat performance, we guessed. Well, tomorrow night's the big one, the 10 grand to win. He takes the preliminary with 5 grand to win tonight. Boy, what a move there right towards the very end. Evidently, they tweaked it a little bit on them. Couple of red flags that we had, tweaked it to his liking because he come on stronger and stronger towards the end of that event. 27th lap, decided to make his move. You can just see it, you can sense it coming. You can see the car starting to go away on Saldana just a little bit. There'll be some Frisbees flying here shortly, but once we get this gentleman unfastened and out of his headgear, we'll get him over here so you can see opening night here at the Nationals. Driving the Apple Chevrolet, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Greg Hodnett. Congratulations, Greg. That was one heck of a ride.
Yeah, it was a really good race. Joey did a great job. He got out there and lead. I didn't think there was any chance of us catching him, but lap traffic just happened to go our way. And sometimes it's better to be in second in those type of situations, and we got a couple good breaks. I found a nice line to get us through 1 and 2, and I just started inching him up, but he did a great job. We're just fortunate to be on top tonight.
I noticed that he took the high road. You stayed down on the bottom a little bit and started closing in, using some of that lap traffic to your advantage, maybe.
Well, yeah, actually, I went to a lap with one guy, and he passed me back on the bottom. So I was like, well, I think if I can't even pass a lap car, I better get my rear end down there and see what the deal is. And it kind of halfway took rubber down there, so you just kind of need to be in a little black strip down there, and it's pretty good.
Well, you put on a heck of a show for these fans here tonight. You're looking forward to tomorrow night, a repeat champion here at the Nationals. We haven't had one of them for a while.
Well, we would love to do it. We try to take one race at a time, and we were fortunate enough to get this one for the Apple Chevrolet team. But tomorrow night we're really looking forward to it. We got a pretty good setup for here, and hopefully we'll be competitive.
All right, we'll let you get some shots taken here. Again, congratulations. We'll see you at autograph session earlier tomorrow night for the fans.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks everybody for coming. Thank God for a safe race.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Greg Hodnett, he'll be at the autograph session tomorrow night. Sometime around 5:15, we'll have him over here trackside. Well, let's go down and check out with Joey Saldana, our early leader, and see what went awry. We have a bunch of Frisbees that'll be coming up there in just a moment as soon as the drivers get them signed.
I got a pen you can sign them with if you want. We'll get an interview and then you can sign them. I got a pen for you.
Joey, you had that lead up till 27th lap. You think maybe you should have stayed, moved your groove? It seemed like you were better up top.
Well, I mean, I got the lead on the top, and I was running the top the whole race, and I didn't see anybody down there till 3 to go or 2 to go, and must have just laid a little bit of rubber. Them guys were sticking pretty good, and that's kind of what happens when you're leading. Sometimes it pays off, and sometimes it doesn't, and definitely tonight it didn't.
We got to ask you about that move. You come off of turn 2 to get the lead earlier in the race. You come off of turn 2 like somebody shot you out of a cannon, come right down off the bottom of turn 3 and into the lead. It just seemed like everything was going for you in the early part.
I was going for us all night. I think when I passed Casey Kane, lapping him there, and he went back around me on the bottom, I should have known that. That's just bad judgment on my part, and the car was definitely fast enough to win. I just didn't find the right line when it counts, the checkered.
Well, I guess tomorrow night we can work on this a little bit and see what happens tomorrow night.
Yeah, I got to thank Steve Mox and Kathy and everybody on the team. Everybody works really hard, and Rob does extremely well for us, and we can't ask for anything better than that. And we've had a lot of bad luck, and hopefully we can turn it around and win this thing tomorrow.
All right, we'll let you sign some of these Frisbees and get them up in the air. Let's go talk with our third place finisher tonight. Jeff Shepard looks a little worn for wear. Jeff, you were kind of back there by yourself for the longest period of time.
Yeah, we changed the gear under the red because I was balding a little bit, and come to find out, I think my ignition system on the motor was kind of taking a crap. So what we did was change the gear, and it killed our top speed. So we'll get the motor tuned up tomorrow night and get some more top speed.
Well, hopefully the track will be a little bit more to your liking. I mean, the high groove seemed like it ran for good for a few guys. Rubber got down on the track on the bottom, and it was a little bit better for everybody else. You kind of stayed up high.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right tomorrow night. We'll get that thing where we get some more top speed in and we'll be fine.
Okay, again, congratulations on your third place finish. We'll see you here tomorrow.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, these three drivers will all be part of our autograph session tomorrow night.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I got you one there. And as soon as I get Jeff Shepard to sign these, we'll get these flipped up into the stands.
Ben's about drying up.
All right, how about a big hand for Greg Hondit picking up the first night of the Sharon Nationals. We'll see if he can do a repeat tomorrow night. All right, we'll turn it over to Mike Lazikowski for
the Snyder Sharon Speedway pace car rolls off, and behind it, the starters for tonight's Coy Brothers Trucking 20. We introduced the first 6 starters to you. Inside of row number 4, it's the 44 of Mike Hess from Waterford, Pennsylvania. Outside of him, the series points leader Bobby Powell in the B20. Then it's back to the 54 machine, the Coy Brothers entry of Jeff Sharp from Latonia, Ohio. Outside of him, the defending series champion from Mars, Pennsylvania, Chuck Kennedy in car number A1. At the chalk line in turn number 4, Alan Dellinger and Bob Williams hit the stripe. The green flag is waving. The Coy Brothers Trucking 20 is underway. Alan Dellinger led our last series event from start to finish after winning the Coy Brothers Dash. He's out in front as the caution flag will wave before one lap is complete. It will be green flag racing with a second attempt at beginning. The Coy Brothers 2 of Sharon's own Top Guns lead him to the line. Coy Brothers Trucking 20 underway again. Dellinger and McCann leading a couple of newcomers to the Sharon Speedway. Series followers Jeff Taylor and Bobby Powell. Bobby Powell slips under Jeff Taylor out of turn number 2. Taylor riding second in the point standings coming into tonight.